but what are your thoughts about integration? And
Well,
like how like we're still like third dimensional beings. We still have to we're here, right? We still have to orchestrate in real time in this third dimension. So how do we take those pieces of information, those cathartic moments from our, our ceremonial, intentional, ritualistic type of things that we do to seek insight and all that? Like how important is integration?
One of my favorite sayings is, and this is going to be a negation, but integration is not optional, right? Now, what I like to add to that, especially within the plant medicine space, and then we'll kind of bring it to like a whole perspective of life. But, I tell people, if you're looking to interact with psychedelics as a medicine or a teacher, right, or an ally or any of these things, integration is not optional. If you want to go play around with substances, sure, do whatever you want. But for me, and again, I've done that before, again, no judgment, but I just know discerning wise what I'm connecting with these medicines for now in my life. And so if you want to actually see your life improve, you must integrate, right? And this doesn't just exist with plant medicines. Like, say, for instance, if you want to get really jacked, right, then you have to track macros. You have to then eat the food that you have on your calendar, right, which is integration. And then you have to track how you felt after. Did you feel good with grains? Do you want to go paleo? Did that or did that workout routine or that program you're in, did it work? Did you need to fine tune it a little bit? Like, this is actually how you become better, and by better, I don't mean objectively like a good or bad, because duality is just a construct made in the mind. But at the same time, what I would say is that if we come into this world with karma, and our dharma is how we live out that karma, then in a lot of ways, integration is actually how we release ourselves from that karma, or it's the path to release ourselves. Because if we're not learning from our experiences, then how do we actually move forward in life, right? So integration is literally the process of taking an experience and learning from it and actually making the next experience be informed with the information you received on the last experience. So it's crucial. I mean, like, again, it depends on what your priorities are and what your values are. But I think for me, for you, I think for a lot of people listening to this podcast, I think I would say it's mandatory, because I think for everyone listening to your show, I can imagine they're not just like going through life and, taking mushrooms and just like whatever, and again, like, no judgment, I'll say it for a third time, but it's just like, if you really want to see your life improve, you must integrate. Now, here's the caveat I'll throw in there. Integration does not have to be boring. It's not homework, right? Like, you don't have to make it boring. A lot of people are like, you got to journal after. I'm like, what if I don't like journaling? You just got to journal. I'm like, that. I'm not going to do it. You got to follow the fun, because I really believe that life is all about having fun. It doesn't mean that fun comes without challenges, right? Like, just like a kid will be running around having the best time of his or her life. They stub their toe. They allow themselves to feel the anger, the sadness, whatever that happens, and then they go right back to joy, right? So again, the point of their life is joy and fun. The point of our lives is joy and fun. It doesn't come without challenge, right? But again, integration and these types of things are how we actually allow ourselves to be able to access that fun.